Hey, what's up guys? This is Jay Coleman, aka they call me Rabbit. What's good guys? This is Zephix custom controllers, and basically what I figured I would do is give you guys just a few tips on some things that you can do to get yourself rolling, to get yourself making your own custom controllers if you like. But I'm just giving you a tip. It can get kind of pricey. Not only can it get kind of pricey, well, it's a pain in the butt sometimes too. So let's just keep that in mind before you start thinking you're going to tear apart your $50 controller. Next thing you know, you got a broken controller. Because it's not all that easy. It can be. It depends on what you want to do. Now, this was the most recent one that I just made, which I actually really like a lot. I got the 4 silver 9mm Luger shells that I use for buttons. The white start and select. I think that's just got the normal, yeah, that's the normal green LEDs. Black thumbstick, glow in the dark thumbstick, black D-pad, and of course the chrome shell. If you don't see, I'm kind of got a mess here, my oatmeal pie. But anyways, here's a couple other shells, chrome ones, which I happen to be my favorite. This one right here, this is the one that I'm going to be doing next, I believe, and that is like the black chrome, or the yeah, black chrome or gloss black or whatever you want to call it. I got motherboards and stuff. I got the matte finish, the black, and this is going to be the controller that we're going to take apart. This is the old one. We got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws to remove. As for hardware to remove, it's pretty easy. Somebody asked me the other day, what about LEDs? Excuse me. Just to give you guys an idea, this is basically your LEDs. That's all it is. A little plate that you get. It's got a few lights on it and stuff. You can solder that on in. It's pretty simple. However, you can go about it this route, or you can go about another route. Let me show you here. There's the new brass bullets right there I'm going to use, I believe, in this black controller. The ones that are in this one are the silver. These are the brass. But anyways, if you look at this package here, let's see. There it is. These are the red LEDs. Look at this wee little, let's see if I can get it. Looks like a freaking chip. You see that little gold piece in the corner of the back? That is one red LED light. Okay? And where that would go, if you can see these 4 little dots here, those are going to be your LEDs that light up the God button. Okay? Those have to be removed. Let me see if I can get a good focus here. Those have to be removed and then soldered on in. And if you didn't notice, it's pretty tiny, so you know, it's a pain in the butt. But anyways, just in case you didn't know, it's a quick fast tutorial excuse me, a quick fast tutorial on how to take apart an Xbox controller. For a lot of us, you're thinking, oh well, that's just easy, why are you even bothering? Trust me guys, there's something on YouTube for everyone, and without some of the most simple tutorials, a lot of things just wouldn't get done. So this is going to be the one that we modify. When it gets done, we're going to be looking like this. I'm not going to give you all the information on what I'm going to do to it. Again, I don't really have the time today to mess with the LEDs. I may not. I don't know. I got other things I got to do. But definitely that shell. I believe I'm definitely going with a 9mm brass bullets. But to be honest with you, I never know from the beginning exactly what I'm going to do. If you look in these bags here, these are all different parts and pieces. Those are the things that vibrate the controller, different thumbsticks, inlay pieces, motherboards. You know, I got stuff laid out everywhere. And then of course my little toolkit. Buttons, a couple of these little pads here that you need. But anyways, to take one of these apart, you're going to need the Torx 8 little screwdriver. You'll need this. It's a key. And I thought that you could go and just buy the little star thing and it'd be fine. You could use that. You can't. And the reason they call it a key is because, if you notice, that one has a flat tip the other one has like a little hole in the center, the shorter one, the one that's not yellow. The yellow one doesn't have the hole in the center, the other one does. And that's what makes it the key pretty much. So that yellow one's no good. I can't use it for what I need it for. Not only are you going to need that, you're going to need yourself a Phillips head screwdriver. And it needs to be pretty thin or small as well. Okay, so it's real simple. All you do is find these little holes. You got 7 of them here. I already took a couple out here. Right there in the center. Up here, up here, up here, down there. Once you remove those, I will cut to the scene and show you the next step. Alright, thanks guys. Stay tuned for the next step. Alright guys, I'm back here with the controller again. Now, if you missed what I had said a few minutes ago, I've removed all 7 of these little screws, and they've been taken out. So now it's real simple. We're going to start to separate the controller. This one's kind of old, so it probably needs to be cleaned before we paint it. But anyways, you're going to push back the thumbs or the triggers here. You want to make sure you push those back. When you separate this, of course this one's probably going to be tough for me. Let me wiggle this a little bit. You know, the older the controller, the harder it might be to separate. I'm going to start down here at the bottom and just start pulling back. There we go. It's starting to come apart now. Yeah, this one definitely needs a good cleaning before we try to even think about painting, which is fine. Alright, I got it separated, so now we're going to pull back these triggers. This is probably the hardest part. There we go. Okay, as you can see, I got that separated, held the triggers back. You pop the back off. And of course, this is the older style motherboard. I don't prefer to use this anymore. It just happens to be one of the ones that I have left, or have laying around, I should say. You definitely want to stick with with the new ones. They're a little bit better. Here's the little. I always like to take these off. I don't like to mess with these things. I'll put them back on once I start building with it, or once I build it. Excuse me. But those vibrating things have to go for me. When I'm working with it, I don't like to mess with it. I like to get them away. It doesn't hurt to get yourself a pair of tweezers. I usually get my girls, but she's not around right now, so try to remove the plug. If you just notice what I just did right here, I pulled the plug, it's fine. This, I pulled the whole thing off, which is fine too. I'll just have to stick that back on. But anyways, this is pretty much it. Get that front piece off and we'll be good to go. I think because this one's so old, it's really stuck on there. There we go. Okay, and there goes the buttons. Not a problem, not a problem. We're going to replace those buttons anyways, and let's get these pieces separated here. Yeah, you can definitely see that the difference in the motherboards between the old and the new ones. I mean, look at this. This is just kind of, you know, what can I say? You know what? Actually, I take this back. You know what this is? I just remember. This is that rapid fire one, I believe my son was using. That's right, it is. Yep. They did a heck of a job. I give them that. I forgot we did have a rapid fire controller, and this is it. Yep, this is that rapid fire controller. They did something else wiring this thing up. Wow, that's a lot. A little bit messy in my opinion, but what can you say? Yep, they did, and they got the wire right here, so when you program it, you can see what's going on. Okay, that's what all that is. I forgot we had a rapid fire one. But anyways, you can kind of see how this looks compared to the other ones. This one is definitely in need of a good cleaning, and we'll do that. We're not going to use this shell at all on this one. We're going to go ahead and take this out completely and use a different shell altogether. Guide button. We're going to use a whole completely different shell. However, I will use this later on for a custom paint job. I'll have to go ahead and get this cleaned up though before we even dream of using it. But anyways, guys, that's how you disassemble a Xbox controller. And you remember me saying you need a Phillips head screwdriver. What you're going to need that for is simple, and that's to get in between the D-pad. Right here, there's 2 screws. Once you take those apart, let me see if I can do that on camera for you. Once you take that apart, you can replace the D-pad, but it's simple. Just get your screwdriver, get inside there, and remove the screws. Once you remove the screws, it's real simple. It's just 2 little pieces in there. It literally pops off. It's very, very easy. Okay? So anyways, guys, hopefully I'll give you a few more how-tos. That was a real basic and simple one. And we'll have plenty more to come on how to build your own custom controller. This is the owner of Zephix TV and Zephix Customs, signing off. Peace.